from St. Thomas Aquinas High School, we wish you a happy new year, and we have got ourselves a rivalry on tap. Bishop Miege, St. Thomas Aquinas, happy to have you along. I am Tim Spurl. He is the Hall of Fame head coach, Rick Zeke. And Rick, you have coached in this game too many times to count. Aquinas and Miege, this game is on another level.
Well, absolutely. When you get your schedule every year, you look at those dates and you circle them, and you tell your kids you got to get ready. A lot of them went to grade school together. They're going to see each other the rest of their lives, and it's always an intense basketball game with a good crowd.
Hey, players to watch. We'll start with Bishop Miege. Coach, Kirsten Verholst is phenomenal.
Well, I don't know what else you can say about her. She's a winner. She's a Middle Tennessee State commit. She's going for her 4th state championship. She's a 2-time All-State player, averaging 14 points a game. She can rebound. She's playing point guard this year. You're not going to find at the 4A level a better point guard.
Speaking of players that we'll see at the next level, Layla Boylan also has quite the future.
Well, Laylan comes from a rich basketball family, averaging about 10.5 points a game. Again, she can fill up the stat sheet. She can rebound. She can assist the basketball. Coach Hetzel said she's becoming a really team leader, and she can do it all. She's got to be stopped in the paint.
Big one coming up, a rivalry. What better way to kick off 2025 than with Aquinas and Miege with Coach Zeke in tow. Tip-off coming up next. Here we go from St. Thomas Aquinas, the doubleheader tonight, boys and girls. Miege Aquinas, a rivalry that is well-rooted in this city. And Rick Zeke, this is also a battle of a couple of top 10 teams in their respective classes. Miege in those red unis and Aquinas in those white uniforms. We'll talk more about that throughout the broadcast, but this is a big-time matchup tonight, Rick. A couple of top 10 teams as McClinton can't find the mark on her first jump shot of the night.
Well, absolutely. I think you got some Miege's experience against Aquinas is fairly young, with no seniors on the team, and I think Coach Hetzel really wanted them to start fast. Speaking of,
Mary Grant has got her first 2 off the break. Mary Grant, first team All-EKL as a sophomore a season ago, and McClinton has a steal. Mary Grant looking for 2 more. Give her 2 more. What a start for the Stags out of the gate, and already a timeout from Rick Hetzel. That was fast.
Yeah, well, you're not going to find too many 6'2" post players lead the break, going full court, and dishing off for assists. That talks a little bit about the talent of Jayla McClinton. Coach Hetzel, I'm sure, is talking about just relaxing his basketball team. 2 turnovers in the paint, and got beat down the floor.
But defense to offense here, Coach.
Absolutely. Their hands were active, pushed the ball ahead, and just passed good team basketball with 2 layups.
And you'll notice on both defensive possessions, McClinton was the one that disrupted the possession.
Yeah, and kept her head up and hit her going down the middle. That's an excellent play, and Mary capitalized on both of them, finishes at the goal.
Rick Hetzel told you this is a 3-headed monster for Miege. We've already said 2 of those players, McClinton and Mary Grant. The 2 of them are averaging 17 and 16 respectively. And then Kirsten Verholst is the other, averaging 14 a game. Miege has got some stars.
Yes, and you're going to have to handle the ball against their pressure. If they can get the ball up and down, run the tempo, they're going to shoot layups most of the evening.
Aquinas not without their fair share of next-level talent. But like you said, they don't have any seniors. And early on, a little bit of adversity as a jump ball is going to keep possession with Aquinas. Mike Allen, second-year head coach for Bishop Miege, a guy that you've gotten to know personally, and he's done a great job in his short time here at Miege.
The program's in great hands. Mike was a coach from Olathe South under legendary coach Steve Ingram and won many championships there. He won his first state championship last year at the 4A level. The kids love playing for him. He works hard. He's an excellent teacher. Just a great, great guy to represent your program.
They go inside, and a foul is drawn that will send Sophia Kalovich to the free throw line, and Aquinas already in a 4-0 hole. Coach, they want to play a slower game against a team in Miege that likes to play up tempo.
Yes, and I think Coach Hetzel talked about we need to play inside out. We need to get the ball in there, flatten out the defense, kick it out, and take good shots. And right now, the pressure, the first 2 or 3 possessions, the pressure from Miege really hurt them. Miege was really in the paint.
Kalovich averaging a shade over 10 a game. The 5'10 sophomore has got both free throws. This will be the first half-court possession for Miege. Their first 2 buckets have come off a fast break. Verhulst. McClinton going to work inside, can't finish, but Mary Grant tracks down the offensive board. And another jump will keep it down here with the Stags. Mary Grant, I told you, first team All-EKL last year as a sophomore. Already 8 Division I offers for her.
Well, she can really light up the scoreboard. She can shoot it with her feet set. Very smart, excellent kids. Loves the game. Wide open 3.
Can't knock down the 3 ball, but another offensive board. Verhulst able to haul this one in. McClinton fading away in the paint. And rebound taken in by Alex Krause.
You're going to see that most of the evening. They're going to try to pound the ball into McClinton in the paint, play out of it.
Welsh will try to get into the paint and now works it over to Kalovich, who's got 2 more. She's got all 4 in the early going.
Excellent cut to the basket.
Miege, you mentioned they like to attack the post. A lot of their offense runs through the post as Grant fires a 3 and connects.
You're going to have to find her. You got to find her because she gets her feet set. She's going to be able to hit some of those.
Well, and I was just about to allude to how that opens up the perimeter shot, and Mary Grant stole the words right out of my mouth.
You can see they're keeping McClinton back in the paint, forcing the post players to come to him a little bit. Sabres is really going to have to bring the ball inside against her and then play out of it.
Ainsley Cook will check in for the first time tonight. Cook, a 5'3" freshman coming off the bench for Rick Hetzel. He said before the game that her confidence is through the roof. And I would imagine as a freshman playing for Rick Hetzel, probably has to be.
She leads her team in assists, and she can shoot the basketball.
Inside, second chance. We'll cut it back to a 1-point game. First 2 of the night for Alex Krause. Has a trio of Division I offers. Both of these teams with plenty of next-level talent.
Aquinas is switching about everything on the perimeter. They're going to try to create some turnovers also.
Verhulst. McClinton again into the middle of that zone. Can't finish inside.
Just didn't finish it. Good, pretty good defense.
Open, pulling is Krause.
Excellent pass ahead of the floor.
Alex Krause, a couple of good possessions in Miege. Now playing out of a 2-point hole. Is quickly taken away as Verhulst has her first bucket of the night. Back and forth, high efficiency opening quarter for both of these teams. Shooting it well to start this game. Cook got into some trouble. And an offensive foul is going to go against Aquinas.
They called it on Sabres, pushing off a little bit, working for position down low.
Back come the Stags halfway through this opening quarter.
It was an excellent timeout by Coach Hetzel. They really relaxed and they're back into playing basketball.
Yeah, remember, Miege got him real quick out of the gate as a good finish here by Finley LeMay. Puts Miege back on the high side.
Excellent pass by Duckers. Good cut down the lane. Both teams are doing a really good job of half-court offense right now.
Krause, 5 early points. And Aquinas trying to be patient in the half court. And this one's going to end up short with an offensive board. Never hit the rim, but doesn't matter because Alex Krause has 2 more.
Excellent hustle play. She just went out and got the ball late, sticked it back in.
Told you, Alex Krause, a few offers. Dayton, Belmont, Nebraska, Omaha have all come calling. And you would imagine more are coming for the junior. Verhulst, not there. Long rebound, the freshman has got it. Ainsley Cook lost it out, and it will stay with Aquinas.
Aquinas has done a good job. The last 3 loose balls they've intercepted and chased it out. Excellent hustle by Krause.
Ainsley Cook not afraid of the big moment. Freshman is logged significant minutes for Rick Hetzel as a foul on the Boylan drive. We'll keep it with Aquinas underneath.
Boylan trying to get in the paint, make something happen, and maybe dish it off. They've executed twice on out-of-bounds plays.
Haven't seen much of Layla Boylan in this opening quarter. She'll attack here through the paint. Offensive rebound again. And take it away. And back come the Stacks.
Christina Erskine and
Verhulst can't knock. And here comes Cook the other way. Ainsley Cook navigating through traffic to an open jump shot from the free throw line. Corner 3 this time from Grant is not there.
Both teams are really getting up and down the floor. Really getting up and down the floor here.
And Miege averaging more than 63 points a game, shooting it better than 50%. But Aquinas short of those marks. A much slower tempo from Aquinas through the first 5 games of the year, only averaging 54 a contest. And now
5 seconds.
A 5-second call against Ainsley Cook up top.
Because of the pace of the game, you're really seeing both team substitutes. Yeah. Here we go up here. The 5 count starts. She's got to go inside of that line. Kirk with some pretty good defense on her. That's a turnover. You got to keep penetrating in and out of that line.
And you mentioned both of these teams going to their bench a lot, but neither has a very deep bench.
No. And I think both coaches said that we really got to work on that if we're going to get where we want to go.
McClinton left that one short. And a chance for Aquinas to grab the lead back in this opening quarter. Cook just inside the elbow.
There's that confidence in that shot. Pass across, floor, feet set, knocked it home.
Left unguarded. LeMay knocks it down.
She shooting 30% from 3. She could score. Young sophomore, played a lot last year.
They left her open. And she gets her fair share of looks. Again, the 3-headed monster garners a lot of attention. But LeMay has taken advantage in this opening quarter.
Now they're going to set the ball for the last second shot.
Cook. Inside 5 seconds. Krause has got to go. 2 seconds. Krause got it off. And it rolls in to beat the horn. Alex Krause. An impressive first 8 minutes. And it gives Aquinas a 1-point lead at the break. How about the job by Alex Krause?
With the clock running down, she switches the ball into her right hand, and gets a good roll. That's an excellent, excellent move with time running down. So they finished the quarter really strong. After going down 4-0, Coach Hessel did a great job calling timeout and just telling your young team to just rest, relax, and take each possession.
Thank you for joining us tonight on the Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week on Spectrum News. Tim Spurl, Rick Zeke, and you were looking in at that Aquinas huddle earlier, and you probably don't recognize those uniforms, Coach, and they are wearing a different uniform tonight.
Yes, Aquinas, St. Thomas Aquinas High School has throwback night tonight, and going back historically, it used to be called St. Joe Shawnee. So from 1930 to 1980, it was St. Joe Shawnee High School, located there on Johnson Drive. On 1980, Aquinas High School was opened up here in this facility, and they were the Aquinas Blue Streaks. In 1988, they officially became the St. Thomas Aquinas High School. And tonight, we're going back to the 1978 uniforms, and a lot of the players and cheerleaders are in the house here tonight, recognizing some of their athletes at halftime and some of their coaches in the boys' game. So it's a great night for throwback. They're wearing the uniforms, and they're going to try to put on a good show for the alumni.
Plenty of alumni in the house and a good opening quarter. And Aquinas a chance to grab their biggest lead of the game so far. Led by 2 for moments in that opening quarter, but never more than that. This jumper doesn't fall, and McClinton has another rebound.
Aquinas really was patient. They really did a good job moving the ball around, just missed a pretty good shot in the paint.
Aquinas has camped out in that zone so far in this first half, and unless Miege shoots them out of it, I can't imagine they're going to change anything.
Yeah, they've done a good job putting a body on McClinton. Right, we said that they didn't do it. They had a body between the basket and her, and she just missed some early.
Got a chance for an and one, and a little bit about Jayla McClinton as she finishes here through the contact. A Raytown South transfer from a season ago, and Rick, she was Class 5 All-State as a sophomore.
Yeah, she's got great potential. They set a back pick for her. She came across the pick with her hands in front of her. She's fundamentally sound. She missed some shots early, and they did a good job of getting her ball right in front of the rim. So she's going to have to finish, but she is a great, great, great prospect, averaging right at about 15.5 points a game, 9 rebounds. Coach Allen said we expect a double-double out of her every single game.
Suburban Blue Player of the Year a season ago. But she can't hit the free throw, and it remains a 1-point game. Baseline, 2 more for Alex Krause.
She's really taken the offense over a little bit, attacking the goal and finishing strong.
Putting on a clinic in this first half. McClinton back to work. Can't finish with the left.
Aquinas trying to push the tempo here a little bit.
And Boylan gets bumps coming across midcourt. These two teams play a lot of close games. It has been close throughout. Last year, Aquinas a 1-point victory against Miege in this building. And then Miege returned the favor with a 6-point win at Miege. Aquinas, they've won 3 of the last 4 in this rivalry, and I would imagine we should be in for another tight one.
Well, historically, they're always really tight. There's many games went down to a last shot. And really, this type of game is going to make both these teams better down the road. It is an EKL game. That's important to most of the kids, is winning that EKL. And when you're against your big rival, you certainly want to start out that second season in January with a victory.
Attacking and finishing is Layla Boylan.
Just an explosive first step, beating her to the goal and the finish.
A 3-point lead for Aquinas is their biggest of the night. They try to dump it into McClinton, and Krause from the backside takes it away.
Excellent weak side help from Krause.
She's lighting it up on both sides in this first half. Boylan, great give and an easy finish for Goodenow.
Excellent assist.
And a timeout for Mike Allen. And now he's got to stop the bleeding. And Aquinas playing really well in the half court for a team coach that came in averaging more than 16.5 turnovers a game. They are really protecting the basketball.
Well, and what Coach Hessel said is we really got to work on team chemistry. We really got to work on playing together. And they've really put a clinic on that in the early part of this game of passing the ball, hitting the open player ahead of them, and just playing smart. And the big thing right now is they're really getting in the paint and making anything that Miege is going to shoot difficult. Excellent move, going straight down. Explosive first step, you can see at 6 foot and a point guard, that kind of feet. She's going to be an excellent player. Show right here a little bit here. Great pass. Got 2 players to cover. Name of ask, we get 2 players to cover you. Find the open player.
And again, we talked about the youth of this Aquinas team. And I would imagine that's probably a factor in that turnover number. But again, this is a Rick Hetzel quote coach squad. They're not going to average 16 turnovers throughout the course of a year.
No, not at all. And he wasn't worried about that. He said those are just growing pains. Now on the other side here, you know, Miege, with the experience they have, they've been through some games like this. They got to keep their head up. They just got to keep battling. And I'm sure Coach Hetzel kept saying they're going to come back at you. Every possession becomes important, especially turnovers in the open floor.
Yeah, Miege almost the polar opposite. Aquinas very young. Miege, a lot of veteran players on this team that have been there, done that. So yeah, they are used to getting challenged. And I promise you they will not back away from the challenge against a rival.
Excellent hustle. They got the numbers 5 on 4.
Tipped, taken away. Boylan was the one that jumped the pass. Krause reversing it up and in.
The defense of Aquinas, the active defense, is causing problems. They're getting their hands on the ball.
LeMay can't silence the crowd. And Aquinas can add to their 7-point lead. Boylan taking her time. A top 100 recruit throws it away. Verhulst will lay it in.
Excellent passing lane. Went down and finished it. That's a big turnover. Coach was trying to call a play there, trying to get him organized into it.
Back to a 5-point lead. Plenty of offense in this first half. Oh, good look underneath, and 2 more for Nora Goodenow.
Excellent pass to pass from the post.
Goodenow's got 4 quick points off the bench. Grant couldn't finish, but McClinton keeps the possession alive. And
good hustle by McClinton.
To this possession for Miege. Verhulst. This one taken away, telegraphed. Boylan, coast to coast finishing.
They're getting in passing lanes, and they're really making Miege force their offense way past the 3-point line because of the pressure on the ball.
Yeah, they're sitting back in that zone, but it's a very aggressive zone. Grant's too strong. Krause, stop, pop, too strong. That was your heat check.
She had an open look. She's confident.
Verhulst will go to the line. Kirsten Verhulst, a Middle Tennessee State commit, all EKL last year, and what a lineage.
Well, she's also a volleyball player. She's always so active in the school. Her dad played for St. Joe Shawnee, so he's probably proud of these uniforms. But Ashton, his older sister, went to Central Florida. Peyton is one of the better players in the SEC right now for the University of Oklahoma. So a great, great, great family, and just they're all winners, big-time competitors.
She knocks down this free throw, and it's back to a 7-point game.
One 4 set high. Got both posts pinching in there, looking for that post pass.
Cook had to chase that one down. Shot clock inside 10.
Kurt with excellent defense. Another 5-second call.
Second time we've seen that call made in this first half.
Avery Kirk did it both times to really contain the basketball. She had nowhere to go with it. They're going to have to come up and give her an outlet for a pass.
As we work inside, 3 minutes to go till halftime. Aquinas in the driver's seat in the second quarter. Verhulst, though, cuts into that advantage.
Nobody helped in the paint there. Coach isn't real happy with that.
This one too tall and out of bounds.
Really going for a high-low look there with both his post players. Just throw a little bit too high.
And a chance for Miege to continue to chip away at this 6-point deficit. Mary Grant had a big first quarter. She's been quiet in the second quarter. Verhulst trying to get going in the second quarter. Verhulst will attack one more time and got that partially blocked, and then she couldn't save it.
With Avery Kirk and Christina Erskine in the game, Miege right now is really small. So I think they're trying to go small a little bit, spread the floor on St. Thomas Aquinas a little bit, and just didn't get it done at the goal.
Well, Aquinas refuses to come out of that zone, though, defensively. And it has worked wonders in the second quarter. Cook.
Excellent post pass. Excellent cut.
Krause.
Oh.
Through contact, doesn't matter.
They've really done an excellent job making cuts to the basket.
Alex Krause is finishing everything. This three off the heel of the iron. Cook off and running. 3 ball, why not? Alex Krause, come on!
Excellent basketball. Pass the ball ahead, her feet are set. Cook and Krause.
What a first half for the junior. Averaging 13 a game. I think she's already hit that in this first half.
She's done it inside and outside.
An 11-point Aquinas advantage as we're inside of 50 seconds. Verhulst to the rack, too strong. Another empty trip for the Stags. Into the corner. That three is good. Hudson Welsh makes it a 14-point first half lead.
Our little freshman, Cook, is really setting the pace for the St. Thomas Aquinas offense. Kicking it ahead with people with their feet set.
Grant.
They're containing her.
Grant's almost got that to fall. She'll be at the free throw line with 7.2 to go in this first half. What an explosion in the second quarter by Aquinas.
Really team basketball. Passing the ball ahead, passing it from side to side, inside out. They really put on an offensive clinic here after the first 2 minutes of the game.
And again, this is an Aquinas team. We stressed it. No seniors take it on a Miege team. They returned a ton from a state championship roster a season ago. Impressive maturity being showed by Aquinas in this first half so far.
Excellent game plan defensively. They're just packed in the paint. Miege has converted, really right in front of the goal, they haven't converted the basketball.
Boylan. This pass knocked out with 1.1.
They're going to have a chance to get a shot off here. 1.1. Look for something up in the air.
Remember, I believe it was Boylan beat the horn in the first quarter.
They've executed twice on out-of-bounds plays.
This pass tips. And that is how the first half will end. But Aquinas puts on a show in the second quarter. A 13-point lead from the Saints. The 7th-ranked team in Kansas 5A with a commanding lead over the 2nd-ranked team in Kansas 4A. After the first 16 minutes, Alex Kraus leading the way. Miege trying to keep pace. We've got a fun one brewing from St. Thomas Aquinas. Stand with us on Spectrum News. Going to be interesting to see how Mike Allen adjusts coming out of the halftime break in a 13-point hole.
I think he's going to probably continue to get that ball inside and see if they can get McClinton going from the post position.
Mary Grant had a big first quarter. Too strong on this three, and McClinton trying to save it from going back court, and she will.
Good hustle there.
And now they work into her for the first time in this third quarter, and then she can't finish another layup inside. But another try for Miege.
It looks like it's pretty obvious. Coach Allen said we're getting it inside.
McClinton has got her first bucket of this third quarter. Again, averaging nearly 16 a game, 9 rebounds a game, a walking double-double. And a 5-second call forced up top, and a good start to this third quarter for Miege.
It's all about containing the basketball. They got to come up and help her a little bit, I believe.
McClinton a bucket, and then a forced turnover. And
by pressuring that basketball, she's got to get inside that line.
We've seen that called 3 times.
3 times today. 3 times. Yes, you got to go inside that 27-foot mark, in and out, in and out.
An offensive rebound again, and Grant is pushed in the back. And already 2 things that we highlighted in the stats at halftime: the turnover number and the rebounding number. Rebounding was way in the corner of Aquinas, but already Miege crashing those boards. I imagine that was also a topic of discussion in that locker room.
Well, absolutely. If you're going to turn the quarter and win, you got to make some changes.
McClinton. Grant will attack. McClinton through traffic. Got her own rebound and then tipped away. But this possession stays alive for Miege. A new shot clock, too, because McClinton got the rim. Baseline. It's a 9-point game again.
Addie Duckers to the basket off a loose ball. It's a big possession, I think, for St. Thomas Aquinas.
And Alex Kraus is fouled. This is where they were so good, was in the half court in that first half. We talked about 71% in the first half.
Absolutely. Not only that, but and then the offensive rebounds, they could set it back up.
And it seemed like, correct me if I'm wrong, they were pretty smart with their shot selection as well in that first half. Kraus from the elbow rattles out. Maybe that one a bit rushed. And that comes Miege, chance to get closer. And they will. Verhulst has got this back to a 7-point game just like that.
You can feel the momentum moving a little bit. Aquinas needs to get good timeout, Coach Etzel.
And almost a mirrored start to how this game began. A 6-0 run. And one more look at that Verhulst bucket.
Good rebound, sent it out to Mary with a cut with Verhulst. And that's a tough shot with a tough angle. She finished it. You can see they got a little bit more kick in them. And you can see by the way their body language is, they're getting into it a little bit. This is where the experienced team is going to step forward a little bit. At the same time, I'm sure Coach Hetzel's talking about, we just got to get back to our offense. They're going to probably need some help on McClinton in the paint. They're going to have to squeeze their defensive guards inside to give them some help.
Remember, to start this game, Miege kind of hit Aquinas in the mouth. A quick 4-0 run. Hetzel, a quick timeout. Here, he doesn't take it as fast, but still maybe trying to calm the seas a little bit. Addison Sabers will go to the line.
That was an excellent out-of-bounds play. You got Borland going down the paint. They dished it off to the post player, Sabers. Now she's at the line.
Only the first personal on Jayla McClinton.
Sabers also a big-time softball player. Had a lot to do with their softball program success last year. She got a brother on the boys team, a sports family.
1 and 2 from the free throw line. Verhulst in the corner, connecting again. Lead is 5. Nearly a carry, it's thrown away. Grant running the floor. Mary Grant gets bumped in the back, and Miege can inch closer. What a jolt out of the locker room. An 8-1 run, and Verhulst getting going now.
Verhulst deep in the corner, excellent arch. They're feeling it right now. They're feeling it right now.
And looking for more. They can get it back to 1 possession right here.
Coach Allen's just calling a set play here. Don't be surprised if they're looking inside out here.
Verhulst has the last 5 for Miege. Inside 10 on this shot clock.
Excellent weak side help by St. Thomas Aquinas.
And Mary Grant will go to the foul line. Well, there has been a shift from Mike Allen's squad out of the locker room.
Excellent defensive help, which forced Mary to take the ball. Grant take the ball to the baseline. And St. Thomas Aquinas just tried to cut her off and with no avail.
Remember, Aquinas has been sitting in this zone pretty much all night, but one-on-one situations, I think Miege is anxiously awaiting whenever they can get it.
Yeah. Well, they're throwing the ball inside, making them come inside to throw it back out and create some of that. This is a really big possession for St. Thomas Aquinas.
Have not hit a shot from the field yet since halftime.
Good cut. Ansley Cook back into the ball game also.
In the middle of a 10-1 run right now.
Avery Cook in for Addie Duckers also. She provided a little bit more defensive help for the Stags. On Cook.
The freshman was a really good facilitator in that first half. And Krause is bumped again. And she garnered plenty of attention in that first half. Remember, 16 first half points. And now they're trying not to give her any room to breathe in this third quarter.
Looks like Mary Grant's going to get the job of trying to get staying all over right now. Make her earn it.
She's got fouls to give, too. That was only her first personal. So Miege in really no foul trouble after that first half. So you can be aggressive. Cook.
There, another 5-second call.
The 4th time, and Coach, why has that been called with the frequency it has tonight?
Well, the refs are on it. A lot of refs kind of turn their head to it, especially with the shot clock in there. But when you're inside that line, you go back out, you have to get rid of the basketball. And Miege is really containing the basketball, and they're continuing to dribble. You got to get in and out of that.
It's tipped and taken away.
Good defense by Kalavich. You're pushing the tempo a little bit now.
Krause tried to wrap it around, and it was taken away by LeMay. You can get it back to one possession here if you're the Stags.
Certainly looking inside.
Verholst trying to work it to McClinton. That one got kicked out.
Boylan back in for Cook.
Erskine will also check in for Miege. Saw her briefly in that first half. That kick resets the shot clock, by the way. Verholst. That one hit the top of the backboard and back over to Aquinas.
There's another open look. Coach Etzel was screaming, you got to find her, you got to find her.
Still, though, Coach, Aquinas, no field goals from the field in this third quarter. Their points all from the foul line, and they're going to be back at the foul line.
Good drive from Boylan. Beat Verholst on a direct drive, going to the basket.
Boylan, phenomenal talent as a sophomore. Talked about her plenty tonight. The offers from KU, Creighton, Nebraska, Wichita State, and others. Again, only a sophomore.
Her brother Kellen was a graduate and played for me at Bishop Miege. Her mom was really a super player for St. Teresa's. And her dad also played at William Jewell.
This one taken away, and now Boylan will run. Boylan will finish. That was a good-looking finish from Layla Boylan on the break.
Those are the easy baskets teams want to get. You get it that off the break.
And Grant, once again, is fouled.
Pass the ball ahead. Boylan with the strong finish. Over some size there with Verholst and McClinton there also.
It's not an easy finish, and I know you noticed as a coach, she's on the left side. She's finishing with her right hand.
On the right hand, yeah.
I know it's got to bother you.
At this point, you just make them.
Okay, all right.
You just make them. Yeah.
See, I got yelled about that all the time.
Just work on their left hand on Saturday.
Right.
You make them on Friday.
But also, KU never offered me, so we're in a different boat. McClinton with the left hand finishes through traffic.
It's a big-time move for her size of 6'2".
Kraus, corner three. Around and off. Goodenow had the board, and then she got fouled.
Excellent.
Hey, how about this last finish, though, from Jayla McClinton?
Look at the footwork there. Finishes with the left hand, high in the glass, sprints down the floor. Then on the other end, Goodenow just jumps over McClinton to go get a rebound. That's an awful big play.
Nora Goodenow coming off the bench. You want to talk about efficiency. Nora Goodenow is the definition of efficiency. She shoots 83% from the field. An offensive rebound out of that scrum.
Great hustle by Aquinas.
A three ball over everything, and McClinton there to chase it down. This runner too strong.
Erskine puts the ball up, got a little bit too anxious there.
Cook. As we approach 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Good back. Good look. Boylan couldn't finish.
Excellent back cut.
Miege trailed by 13 at the intermission. Got it back within 4. Right now, sitting in a 7-point hole. Grant putting her shoulder down, and she'll go to the line.
Miege is just kind of standing around. Four girls are standing around watching one of them just put their head down and try to create a little bit. Aquinas is, again, like you've said many a time, they're just in the paint. You're in the paint, you're going to have to go through 2 or 3 players if you're going to get there. I also believe that first game back, conditioning usually comes in effect a little bit, and I think both coaches are using their bench a little bit, but if you haven't played for 2 weeks, it's really difficult to get up and down with this kind of intensity.
1 of 2 on this trip. Both coaches told me they got back in the gym on the 27th. But, yeah, like you said, still an unconventional break in the middle of the season. Underneath, McClinton a block. McClinton 2 blocks. And now a 3-on-1 break for Miege. McClinton will keep. Oh, what a play! Coast to coast. 2 rejections and a finish 90 feet the other way.
That's a big-time play. Big-time play for somebody 6'2". She showed her skills right there.
Cook couldn't hit. And another break for Miege. More numbers. Grant will 3. That is good. It's a 1-point lead.
Wow.
Here come the Stags. Inside a minute to go, 3rd quarter. And now another timeout taken by Ricketson. Wow. What a sequence for Miege. And Jayla McClinton kicked it off. My goodness. This is why she's going to be a next-level player, Coach.
A block. She chased, double block. She's chasing the ball down, leading the break at 6'2". Shows some great footwork, a step through and a basket.
That's phenomenal.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious. Coach Allen talked to her a little bit at halftime. And then with Mary with the 3 on the open floor, that's a big-time shot because I had 3-on-1 as a coach. It's one of those, what are you doing? Great shot, get back, get back, get back. And now it's really turned its tide a little bit.
Has it ever? Miege has captured all that momentum into their corner. And this is the closest the Stags have been since the early moments of that 2nd quarter. Remember, Aquinas took a 13-point lead into the intermission. Miege was sputtering, especially in the half court. But now, just getting out and running, letting that defense spring things, and they have worked their way back to a 1-point game.
Yeah, and Aquinas is down to 1 shot. I think Miege did a much better job of getting a rebound and getting the ball down the floor. This is an awful big 47 seconds. Aquinas really needs a goal here, and then they need to go down and defend a little bit. But they got to take care of the ball. The open floor turnovers have really hurt Aquinas.
47 seconds. If you go quick, you can go 2 for 1 if you're Aquinas.
Avery, they've really defended Cook on that 5-second call. They're working her again.
Krause. 12 on this shot clock. Good and out. This one tipped out by McClinton. Has been very active defensively in this 3rd quarter.
8 seconds on the shot clock. Coaches work on these situations. Inside 10, out of bounds underneath.
Got to go quick with 8 on the shot clock as well. Boylan sees it. Boylan got it off. Got her own rebounds. And now another chance as Sabres will keep the possession alive. They were late stopping the clock, and they're going to have to address that. But Aquinas should have the last shot if they want it.
Yes, and the ball hit the rim. Should be on a reset.
And our clock has 13, but the gym's got 11.1, so. They reset it to 13.2 after the discussion. And yeah, Aquinas, if they want to hold for the final shot, they certainly can. And you'd imagine with the way this 3rd quarter has gone, you probably are okay holding on to it.
Yeah, and you got a 1-point lead. Just make sure you don't turn it over here and get the shot you want. Borland was kind of forced last time to take the ball down the paint.
Here, she nearly turns it over. 7.7 to go in this 3rd quarter now.
They've got to work on their out-of-bounds plays a little bit. They probably had 7 or 8 of them today.
Ainsley Cook will come in as Boylan will come off. Good now. Gives it right back to Cook. This one didn't come close, and we're at the end of 3. Miege trailed by 13 at halftime. They trail by 1 heading for the 4th quarter. And now Coach Rick Hetzel's got to be a little bit uneasy in that huddle.
Yeah, it's obvious that the momentum's turned a little bit. Now he's got to make sure. This is where you need good leaders. You need somebody that can carry your basketball team, especially down the stretch. I think Miege showed a little bit of experience there. Some poise is what Coach Hetzel's going to be asking out of his team. It's easy to talk about poise, but if you haven't been there before, it's going to be difficult for your young team. Miege, on the other hand, they're going to have to keep Jayla McClinton came out a different player in the second half. Finished shots, kind of took the game over herself on both ends. So this is going to be a very exciting 4th quarter. And I think the first 2 or 3 minutes are going to set the tone for this quarter, one team or the other.
Hey, what more could you ask for when you are watching the Spectrum News Hy-Vee High School Game of the Week? Hy-Vee is a proud sponsor of high school athletics, and you see a packed house here from Aquinas, and it has lived up to the billing. And how about that roller coaster of a game we've had so far? A giant 2nd quarter from Aquinas, and Miege answered the call in that 3rd.
As a coach, when you see those single digits, I mean, you got to tell kids that we've really got to change the way we're playing. You might have to do it defensively, pick up the tempo. You might talk about taking better shots, but they're really going to have to get back to playing each possession and taking care of the basketball. Miege, on the other hand, wants to get this into a hectic pace like they did in the 3rd quarter.
Again, this is where that leadership is key in that 4th quarter, and Rick Hetzel said he is looking for his leaders. No seniors on this roster.
Excellent back cut.
Oh, McClinton has another block as she just took that away from Alex Kraus.
Kraus got flat-footed in the paint. That bothered her a little bit with the size behind her.
McClinton hitting the deck to try to keep this alive, and she'll throw it away. Boylan got fouled out front. But yeah, just talking about that, who's going to step up right now for Aquinas? These are critical minutes in a rivalry game. And without a doubt, Aquinas is going to face situations like this throughout the season, and especially come postseason time.
I think they got to look at Boylan. They certainly got to look at Kraus. They've been there before. They played last year with Kalovich.
Kraus around and off. She was left unguarded, but couldn't can it.
She had the shot she wanted.
Grant on the other side. She can't hit either. Couple of empty trips in the 1st minute of this final quarter. And now a turnover. Right back.
Another turnover.
Open 3. That one not there, and a foul underneath. This opening sequence a little bit uncharacteristic from what we've seen through the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, it really got sloppy here for a little bit. I think both teams really need to look for point guards at this time to really control the tempo for their team. Like you had said many a times, leadership.
Hudson Welsh, the junior, banks in 2.
Another execution on the out-of-bounds play.
Verhulst had a big 3rd quarter.
They're really trying to look inside to McClinton, clearing some sides out for us. Aquinas are doing a good job with the weak side help.
Open 3, LeMay, not there. And it is going to go back over to Aquinas. The Miege students didn't like it. And it happened right in front of Mike Allen, and he didn't like the call either.
LeMay with the corner look.
Yeah. Did they just switch the call? They
just
did.
Switched it.
So it's a tough call from our monitor, but that's interesting. You don't see that a lot.
No, you don't in high school.
But after the discussion, it will stay with Miege, and they get a second knock on this possession, nearly turned over, and a foul on Layla Boylan.
Boylan jumped in that passing lane, just didn't get a piece of it to get down and going the other way. Every possession becomes so important inside that 6 minutes.
Doubling Verhulst, and this is taken away. Boylan can't fish the layup, and then Verhulst gets fouled on the rebounds. And just like that, Boylan's got 3 personals.
She just didn't finish it. She's got to go in with her head up a little bit. Good steal. She outruns the ball. She shows her athletic ability. She just missed it.
Sorry, they didn't call that one on Boylan. They called that on Welsh. So Boylan, only 2 fouls. And again, no one really in foul trouble for either squad so far.
Coach Allen just called a play. I'm sure they're looking inside here. The pick across.
McClinton right on cue. And I believe they're going to call that on the floor. Miege has not been able to turn that corner in the second half. Got it within 1, but yet to take the lead back. That's the 4th, by the way, on Sophia Kalovich. So as soon as we talk about foul trouble, Kalovich is the first player to enter some foul trouble.
Yeah, and Goodnow's done a good job with her length, helping out on McClinton.
Grant, she'll fire for the tie. Not there. And a good job underneath by Sabres to get position.
Excellent box out. Goodnow's at an advantage here with Duckers on her, trying to look to get it to her.
And she's very efficient from the field. Instead, Krause fading away in the paint.
That's a big bucket. That's a big bucket.
I want to say that's Krause's first field goal of the second half.
I think it is.
As she knocks this out of play. She had 16 in the first half. Hit some free throws in that third quarter, but yeah, that was the first shot she had knocked out in the second half from the field. And she had all her points from the field in the first half, 7 of 9 from the field in the first 2 quarters.
Well, that was a big one, clearing out the lane a little bit. Tough shot with a hand in her face.
And if they can get her to flip a switch in that 4th quarter, it'll be huge. As we approach 5 minutes to go in this one. First of 2 meetings this season between Miege and Aquinas.
They're trying to set up that triangle offense, try to get it in McClinton. Goodnow's length is really bothering him.
4 on the shot clock. Grant got to put it up. Another empty trip for Miege. They have not scored in this 4th quarter.
Aquinas has got to believe they've weathered the storm. Now they got to get back into their offense a little bit. Patient, use the clock. They're down to 15. They'll have some cutters.
Oh, a turnover as Hudson Welsh not on the same page as Nora Goodnow.
I was just going to say, Jayla McClinton really looks tired. They're going to give her a blow here real quick with Avery Kirk back in the game.
You were just saying Aquinas needs to figure out their offense. So does Miege.
Yeah, they're spreading it out with 5 out now. You're going to see somebody try to beat their man to the basket.
Grant through that zone. Mary Grant will go to the line. That's one way to do it.
Mary's an excellent free throw shooter, shooting 96% from the free throw line. It's her 3rd year of varsity basketball.
And we talked about all the offers that have already come her way, 8 of them in total. First team all EKL a season ago, which is no small feat. Back to a 3-point game. Boylan will try that baseline. Boylan blocked from behind, but finishes. And it's back to 5.
Coach Hetzel really spread that offense out a little bit. They gave him much wider avenues to go to the basket.
Corner, open 3, too strong, and Goodenow.
Excellent rebound by Goodenow.
Too long underneath at 6'1". Kraus, got another!
Penetrating pinch with Boylan kicking out to Kraus.
Tremendous performance tonight from Alex Kraus. Verhulst wanted a foul, didn't get it. 8-point Aquinas lead with the basketball in the driver's seat.
Aquinas is really going to take their time now. Play smart basketball. You got to get it out of that corner quickly. Good cut.
This one left short and going to be batted into a crowd. Jump ball will favor Miege. And one more look at that big 3.
Boylan did a good job of getting 2 people to cover and kick out. It's amazing when their feet are set, girls or guys, with good form, you might as well count 3 points.
Jalen McClinton just checked back into the game, and Miege needs a push right now, down 8. Just over 2 minutes to go. They have scored 2 points in the 4th quarter. McClinton quickly off the bench, and a quick 2 points and a timeout. Back to 6, and now a timeout, coach. In the shot clock significantly changes situations like this. In years past, a much different situation, but now you can afford to play defense if you're Miege.
Yeah, you got to tell your kids, if you got to do it for 30 seconds, you got to do it at 30 seconds. Now, is Miege going to full court a little bit? Are they going to try to push that tempo up? They have 2 team fouls, so they got some team fouls to use. They can stay aggressive. At the same time, Aquinas is probably over here talking about it. Stay out of the corners. Don't pick up your dribble. Think about the 5-second call. We got to control our own destiny when we have the basketball. Don't let them have open court turnovers, and let's make them earn their 2 points. When St. Thomas Aquinas is getting their 5 players in that zone, that really tight man, then they're having a tough time scoring right now. So you got to take care of the basketball.
If Miege can get it back without any harm, you would imagine Jalen McClinton will get more chances.
Yeah, I really thought she got tired there. They gave her a really quick blow. Now look at her legs when she's back in. She's going to have to try to take these 2 minutes over, offensively and defensively, and try to pick this tempo up. As you see here, Miege is going to full court man a little bit, keep Jayla back underneath the goal, and Aquinas has to beat the pressure and then reset themselves at half court.
Rick Hetzel's thought he might see a little bit more full court pressure from Miege. This is the first time they've rolled it out.
You're right, and I thought they'd probably do it earlier, but kind of out of desperation, they're doing it now.
Welsh. Kraus has got to chase this one down. Halfway through this shot clock. Again, an important possession defensively for Miege.
Clock's winding down, a 1-4, good back cut, second cut.
Boylan, end of the shot clock, left it short, rebound, taken in by Aquinas.
They can reset it.
Kraus will pull, not there. McClinton let it go out, back to Miege with 1:23. The Aquinas fans reacted as if that was off McClinton, but I think if McClinton's the last touchdown, she easily grabs that.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
I think
this is a big possession. Miege has to get something done offensively. Look for him to go inside and then back out, maybe.
They will dump it in. LeMay. Grant, got to go quick. Still down 6, and you're about to hit 60 seconds to go. McClinton spinning, finishing. 4 quick points for Jayla McClinton, and it's a 4-point game again. And now, Coach, I can't help but ask, in situations like this, and again, similar, not the same, as we look back at Jayla McClinton's night, 12 points, 8 rebounds, a walking double-double. But 56 seconds to go, 35-second shot clock, down 2 possessions. What are you thinking?
Well, it's just similar to this play here. They're going to give it to Jalen. She's going to score quickly, but it's taken a while when we get it in position down there. She's got great footwork, basket good, another timeout, good defense by Sabres. Now, at the same time, Aquinas has to probably start thinking about, you know, we're going to have to shoot free throws eventually to win the basketball game, but we got to be confident with the basketball. I'm sure Coach has his best 5 players. Aquinas Miege is going to really try to push it full court a little bit and probably try to get him in the trapping areas to get a turnover here. It's still a 2-possession game with 56 seconds to go.
Is there a chance Miege plays out this entire possession defensively?
I believe they're going to, but I think with the way they're going to be so aggressive, they're probably going to have to. They're probably going to foul based on being aggressive. They got him to use. Why wouldn't they be aggressive right now?
If Aquinas is able to kill this shot clock, it would take us down to 21 seconds to go in the game.
What Aquinas would like to do is take it down, then let him foul.
Right.
Is what they'd like to do. Work on both ends.
Boylan will race it across.
Good decision. Bring it back out.
And there's your foul. But you just mentioned fouls to give.
Yeah. And I like this as a coach. You can maybe think about trapping. They now have to get the ball back in bounds against pressure. A lot of things can happen out of this. I'm sure Coach Etzel has some plays to run some pressure to the basket and get your ball handlers on the backcourt area. Excellent. Oh.
She could have taken it.
She could have went in for a layup, maybe.
But instead, they'll try to kill more clock. And Boylan gets fouled with 40 to go. Next foul will have free throws
for both teams. So I think it's going to end up on the free throw line.
Oh, and Rick Hetzel's got to take a timeout. And that was going to come close to a 5-second call if not for the timeout.
Excellent timeout. I think he's upset because somebody was supposed to go in the backcourt. Somebody was supposed to go to the basket and give him a little bit of room to get that ball in bounds.
And as a coach in situations like this, defensively, where would you rather be defending? Would you rather defend a sideline out of bounds or a baseline out of bounds?
Probably the sideline out of bounds. You have more trapping areas, which are going to be at the 28-foot mark up and in your deep corner. You just can't let them get a score like they almost did last time going to the basket. I think Coach Etzel's probably going to have somebody run toward that basket, which makes really 4 people have to flatten out a little bit. The big thing is we still have a 2-possession game. I think that becomes really important.
Hey, there's another one coming up tonight on Spectrum News. It is going to be another really fun one, and people are packed in here for not only St. Joe night, but also for a rivalry game. And the boys' game going to be just as good. Another battle of top 10 teams in their respective classes. You were worried that maybe it'd be a lighter crowd with winter break. That's not the case with Miege Aquinas.
Yeah, I don't care when it's going to be. I think they're going to come out and cheer for their team. And like I said, most of these people know each other and went to grade school together, and they're going to have a good time cheering on their team.
A quick foul. Sofia Kalovich will be at the free throw line with 38 to go. And Kalovich on the season, a 70% free throw shooter. Been there a lot.
Yes, she has. She's been there before.
leads the team in free throw attempts. It's a little bit surprising, considering the ball handlers that you've got for Aquinas. Kalovich
jumped back a little bit. She jumped back a little bit when she released it. The rebound becomes really important right now. Aquinas can reset if they can get a rebound, so Aquinas or Miege has to box out here.
Big second free throw, trying to make it a 5-point game. She will.
Nothing but net there. Miege's got to push it.
Verhulst kicking. Grant. McClinton now in the paint, going to work, getting fouled and going to the line. Jayla McClinton's got the last 4.
Again, Sabres is kind of staying behind her a little bit and letting her work. She's got her arm in the way. She really didn't go straight up there. Just going to put her back on the line.
Massive free throws.
She hits the first one.
If there's an area of the game where Jayla McClinton struggles a bit, it is at the free throw line. But knocks down the first, and this is a massive second free throw. This would make it a 1-possession game again. Doesn't get the raw offensive board. Mary Grant makes it a 2-point game with 21 to go.
They didn't box out. Mary stepped on the inside. That's an awful big play.
What a play from the first-team All-EKL player from a season ago. She's had a really good game and a massive rebound for the 5'8" junior guard.
She's boxed out. The ball hits the rim for the second time and just went after it.
Coach, that's just hustle.
Absolutely.
What a phenomenal play.
Kalovich did a good job boxing her out. Just didn't stay with the box out and the contact.
And
now it gets interesting right now.
21 seconds, obviously, shot clock is turned off. And how long do you try to play for a steal? Just in the half or just in the back court?
I think just in the back court. At the same time, coaches, like we are right now, looking at everybody's free throw percentage.
Right.
And you got to talk about who you want to put on the line. I'm guessing they're not putting anybody on the ball here, that they're probably going to try to double up Boylan or the point guard, make somebody else get it, which Coach Hetzel might put his best ball handler, taking the ball out of bounds, throwing it, getting it back in. You got to stay away from the sidelines. And you got to also remind your team on a loose ball, who's got the loose ball possession. If Miege is getting the next one, they got to get down on the ground if the ball goes on the floor.
Here we go, 2-point St. Thomas Aquinas lead.
A triangle set for the picker.
Trouble getting it in.
Oh,
it's taken away on the inbound. Miege can tie or take the lead. Verhulst, Mike Allen wants to talk about it. Oh, here we go, 12.4. As that one was intercepted by Christina Erskine, who has played very sparingly all season, but what a time to step up.
Big interception. One of the problems is that the St. Thomas Aquinas girl did not run the baseline. You can notice if she stays set, they scored a bucket, so she should be able to run up and down that baseline. They stopped Boylan. They stopped the corner throw, and she threw it all the way over. Great interception, anticipation by Erskine.
Is it after a bucket?
Yeah,
or
after a made bucket.
So after a timeout, do you have the ability to run the baseline or not?
Yeah. The bucket was made, then it was timeout.
I was also a little bit surprised on that replay. I don't know if you caught it. There was only one screen set. A lot of standing around, which definitely didn't help the inbounder.
They lined up in a triangle, but they set one screen. It was a poor screen, and everybody ran the ball. And they didn't have anybody on the ball, so they outnumbered them 5-on-4. Now, do you go inside to McClinton, or are you going to play inside out? You got to think they're going inside to Jayla. There's the out-of-bounds backdoor play.
McClinton.
3.
Got it!
2.
We are tied at 51. Jayla McClinton, come on!
Wow.
As a sophomore, she was Class 5 All-State over Raytown South. The Suburban Blue Player of the Year from a season ago has scored 6 of the last 8 points for Mission Miege.
They tried to run Verholtz on the back door. Her player 33 had to help out. Boom. That's a big-time shot. I'm sure they are anticipating maybe having her putting it on the floor for her to pull up there, but that shows her well-rounded game that she has. Coach Allen talked about that. She can put it on the floor. She can really shoot the mid-range jumper and the three, and how extremely hard she works.
Phenomenal, and she had a rough first half. Remember, and we talked about it. A lot of misses in close to the basket, but man, she has been almost flawless in this fourth quarter.
Well, I think it shows her maturity. For you to come back and play, I'm sure in the locker room they were all point fingers. You got to finish, you got to finish. She came back and played just a whale of a second half.
Hey, did we tell you that Miege and Aquinas play some tight games? Here's another one for you. Aquinas a 1-point win last year in this building. Miege beat Aquinas by 6 in their building. And now 6.6 to go, and Aquinas trying to walk it off.
A foul, you're shooting free throws. 6 seconds is a long time. It's a long time.
Trouble getting it in. Oh, Boylan almost lost it. Krause between her legs, 1.9 to go. She was all alone.
She was all alone.
Tried to get it to her, and you understand why.
Because she was open. It just too low and too much on it.
And now Miege, remember, Verholtz and Grant are phenomenal three-point shooters. They can heave one. They certainly have the ability.
And you got to watch the ability to foul.
Verholtz, well short. We are going to overtime.
Wow. Both teams had chances to win. Both teams showed a lot of character coming back.
Unbelievable. Aquinas gets outscored by Miege, 9-1 in the last 2.5 minutes. And here is that last possession by Aquinas.
They struggled getting the ball in bounds. And Boylan just rolled it ahead to her. Just didn't get it up to her waist. Went right between her legs.
This is a great shot.
Look at their team here. Look at the boys' reaction. Oh my God.
It's not the easiest pass. You got to remember, in the back of your mind, you're looking up at the clock, you see 3 seconds, you got to make a perfect pass.
And she made an excellent pass. She made an excellent pass, Sabres did.
And now we go to overtime, and my goodness, what else could you want from an Aquinas-Miege game?
We started back up at 51. Again, both teams are shooting free throws. It's going to end up on the free throw line. You got to contain the basketball and be smart with the basketball. We're going to tip it back off, Tim, at 51 up.
Jayla McClinton helped save the Stags. I had the number wrong, sorry. She scored 7 of the last 9 points for Miege in the last 2.5 minutes. And she had the big shot to send us to overtime. I believe she's got 15 in the game, 15 and 8 boards, so just shy of that double-double. That's our stat just flashed a minute ago. And I would imagine she'll have all the attention in the extra period.
I think given that little 2-minute help, really came out with fresh legs.
Aquinas quickly controls the tip, and Alex Krause going into a crowd, lost it.
Ball's loose.
Possession goes back to Miege.
Krause kind of forced it in there against some size.
Hey, Jayla McClinton has also done a really good job of staying out of foul trouble. And that is not easy when you're the opposing big.
She does a really good job of going straight up.
And you know a lot of teams go right at her.
Miege is working on their triangle offense, straight to the post with McClinton.
Oh, my.
Left hand, off the glass.
Jayla McClinton is unconscious right now. 9 of the last 11 for Miege.
She's really skilled at the post position. You don't find too many girls like that.
Off the glass, that one won't fall. Another offensive rebound. Kalovich gets fouled. And McClinton didn't like that goal.
Boils down to second shots there.
Clinton is going to jog off. That is now her third personal. She'll stay in, but a little bit fired up after that personal foul.
Yeah, I think she fouled her. She did not go straight up there. She got a piece of the ball. I think that's what she was worried about.
Kalovich, better than 70%, remember, from the line this season.
She's done an excellent job on the boards. Averages 6 rebounds a game.
And she ties us again at 53.
I think they're going to put in good now. She's had a lot more success covering McClinton, but they just stayed behind her all day. Sooner or later, I think they're going to try to front her or give her some help on the weak side. Right now, it's just tough to cover.
How does Aquinas defend McClinton?
Goodenough's length.
Inside 50 on this shot clock. Here comes McClinton right at Goodenow. Around her and 2 more. And now what's the stoppage for? A flop. They're going to call a flop on Goodenow. That is a call in high school basketball now. And that is going to retain possession.
Well, I think it's a warning. I think the ref just said warning.
So never mind. It won't retain possession. Back to Aquinas. But on the replay, you understand why it was called.
And the next one will be a technical. Keep the possession.
So now Aquinas playing from behind.
They've really been stagnant offensively lately. This is a big possession. Good cut. Excellent pass.
Oh, and one. Addison Sabers can give Aquinas the lead right back.
And that's how they had their success in the second quarter. Pass to pass to pass. Playing together. Playing inside. Good cut. Excellent pass. Basket good. Over McClinton. Now McClinton now has 4 fouls.
And that is going to be a point of emphasis on the other end. 3 for the lead. The other way is not there. Long rebound into the corner. Grant's got it.
Addie Duckers with hustle.
McClinton is calling for it.
They switch back up. Big on little.
Take it away. Boylan. 2-on-1. Boylan.
Finished.
Inside 2 to go.
Open floor turnovers lead to layups.
McClinton one more time. Got her own miss. This is going to come out and stay with the Stags. Layla Boylan, though, she's been quiet.
Steal.
What a time to have it, though.
Remember, you just got to make them. Right or left. Basket good. Almost was a foul there also. Miege kind of standing around, just looking inside. Weak side help. Steal.
Sabres nearly able to take it away.
Kalovich is laying on that weak side over there. It's getting difficult to get it to her. They have their two girls with length laying on her now.
Grant will try that baseline. Thrown away again. Welsh running the floor. Hudson Welsh. Offensive board. Krause gets it.
It's a big-time shot.
5-point Saints lead. Verhulst draws the foul. And we are in a similar situation to where we were at the end of regulation. Another critical steal, though.
Turnover by Grant, steal by Welsh. Battle for the rebound. That's a difficult shot. They're back to the sideline. She picks it up with the defender right there.
Verhulst just missed her first free throw.
Missed both.
0 for 2 trip from the line.
Miege has almost got to start fouling. I mean, you're 2 possessions. Coach Hetzel saying spread it out.
Boylan will go to the line on the other end.
Fouls on the stacks. 14, Christina Erskine, at the line, Boylan.
Flint back into the game again, playing with 4 fouls now.
Avery Kirk into the game. I think Miege has their best shooters on the floor. You got to think they're looking for a 3. Boylan can make it a 2-possession game, 6 points in the need of 2 3-pointers.
Grant fouled and will be at the line with 38 to go.
Fouls on the Saints, Layla Boylan.
I'm sure Miege will get back into the full court press. Erskine in for McClinton with 4 fouls. They're going to set her down, play offense and defense.
Yeah. Back to 4. Aquinas has protected the ball really well in these important sequences.
Got it in successfully.
Boylan fouled from behind. She just went 1 for 2 on her last trip, but I don't know that if you're Rick Hetzel, you want the ball in anyone else's hands.
She shoots 72% from the free throw line. She's just got to take her time, follow through.
Stays a 4-point game as McClinton will come right back on. Like you said, just probably going to continue to be a defense for offense shuffle.
Coach Hetzel has his big girls back. You got to guard that line. Start your defense from the 3-point line.
0 for 2 trip. Verhulst the board. Miege with numbers if they go quick. Verhulst will go fast. Back to 2. And a timeout with 24 to go.
We're replaying the regulation.
Deja vu.
We got 2-point game, 24 seconds ago.
What a game it's been from Aquinas. But these are the kind of games, Coach, that prepare you for that run come March. That I would imagine you circle back to.
Absolutely.
And how about Verhulst? The awareness, knowing Miege has numbers.
And they're stepping out for McClinton here. She's got a route to the basket. That's a tough angle. Tried to get a foul out of it. But now we cut it to 2. You're going to see full court pressure. Coach Hetzel's got to be talking about play with confidence. If you're Miege, you got to think you got to put Moreland back on the line. She's only 1 for 4 in the last 2 possessions. And at the same time, Coach has got to be talking about we got to run the baseline. We got to run the baseline. Give us an outlet to get that ball in bounds.
Remember, they did not do that at the end of regulation, and it allowed Miege to force overtime.
Yes. Again, I think this is going to be a really tough job to get the ball in bounds.
Hey, this place is jumping. Absolutely packed. We've got another game coming. The guys' game follows this one. Good news, if you're still at home, you'll make it in time for the guys' game. What a great night to be at Aquinas. 24 to go. Rick Hetzel getting an explanation right in front of us. In a similar situation to where we were at the end of regulation. Kraus is fouled in the backcourt.
She's just 88% from the free throw line.
Mike
She's
Allen
been there
wastes
before.
no time.
Fouls on the stats, 22.
Alex Kraus has been tremendous tonight.
Again, coming back to the ball, right to the corner. They did a better job of using that triangle a little bit. Bullholz puts her on the ground there.
And far and away their best free throw shooter.
Usually your best shooter is your best free throw shooter.
And a massive second free throw coming now from Alex Kraus.
Miege also puts the best three-point shooters and ball handlers in the game.
23 points. And her 24th was the most important.
Now you got, if you're Aquinas, you got to play the perimeter.
Miege taking their time.
They got to get something going. Time's running down.
Inside 10 seconds. Now you got to take a three. LeMay open for the tie. Not there. Taken down by Sabres. 0.6 to go. And Aquinas is a free throw away from getting an overtime win.
They swang the ball. Duckers, who had an open three, didn't go. Excellent rebound from Sabres.
To be honest with you, I'm a little bit surprised that they played for the three there and that they take so much time, too.
I agree with you.
I mean, even if you want to take the three,
put him back on the free throw line if you get a two. Jayla McClendon's been tough to cover. Go back to that. Call timeout. Put him back on the line.
And a free throw essentially seals it now. And you got to wait a little bit longer. Miege is out of timeouts, by the way. So even if this is a missed free throw, you've got to just have a heave in 0.6, which I don't know is possible.
I think you want to miss, so you can't even set up.
Oh, that's not what you wanted. An air ball means Miege can inbound.
That's why you really wanted to miss it, because you work on these situations.
Right. You have enough time for a catch and shoot here. Got it off. Short. Aquinas survives in overtime.
What a game. What a game this early in the year.
Once again, another one-possession game between Aquinas and Miege. Aquinas gets it 62-59 in overtime. Coach, this one was a lot of fun.
Well, both coaches got to be proud of their kids. Both teams took it on the chin, bounced back.
A 62-59 final. St. Thomas Aquinas takes it in overtime against Bishop Miege in what will be an all-time classic in this rivalry. Stay with us as we wrap up on the other side of this. Back from Aquinas, a 62-59 thriller in overtime. Aquinas moves to 4-2. They give Miege their first loss of the season. They fall to 3-1. First of 2 meetings between these 2 teams, and the first one was an all-time great coach. That one, awesome game. Not a lot of negative takeaways for either team in that one.
No, both coaches got to be happy. Both teams faced adversity, came back, especially after the Christmas break. It's just a great game to go into the EKL. EKL, every game's going to be like this, but this game just adds to the legacy of the Bishop Miege and St. Thomas Aquinas girls basketball programs, 2 of the best programs in the state of Kansas.
Bishop Miege, they dropped to 3-1, but what a performance it was from Jalen McClinton. 19 points, 10 rebounds, another double-double for last year's Suburban Blue Player of the Year. But tonight was all about Alex Krause, 24 points in the win for St. Thomas Aquinas. They moved to 4-2. All of a sudden, they have won 4 straight games, and another rivalry win for Aquinas over Miege. They have won 4 of the last 5 in this rivalry. Thank you for joining us tonight. For Coach Zeke, I'm Tim Spurl, signing off.